But hello, I'm back in Wisconsin. Yeah, there are so many updates, so many things to catch up on, so much that's new, so let's just jump into it. Hi you guys, and welcome to the laundry chat. My name is Molly. It's been a while. The main reason that I hadn't made a video in a bit was because we moved across the country. Me and my husband moved from Texas to Wisconsin in May. I feel like ever since we moved up here, there's just been stuff constantly going on, and I just can't like take a, like I have barely even been able to journal, and that's like been bothering me. Yeah, I wanted to just discuss everything, kind of give you the tea, because there's been a lot. So yeah, let's just jump in. We bought a house, which is so crazy. I still can't believe it, and I feel so blessed to have this house. We bought a house in Wisconsin, like I said. It is just honestly like the perfect house for us. I couldn't have imagined anything better. It's honestly an awful time to buy a house, and it was an awful time to buy a house when we bought ours. We closed in April, but we closed in April, but we technically put an offer on it in February, I think. So it was anyways, it felt like God set aside this house for us, and there was a lot of prayers that went into this house, and AJ and I just feel so blessed that in this market we were able to buy a house, which, I mean, honestly, like, I still don't understand how it was possible, and then we moved across the country. I mean, everything kind of happened so fast, like, you kind of just, all of a sudden, you're doing it, and, like, it's such a short, in the grand scheme of things, it's only, like, 2 days out of your life that you're, like, moving across the country, but it's such a process and such an intense thing, and to just, like, change your whole life, and all of a sudden you just wake up in a different state, with different people, don't mind the flies that are flying around. It just feels like you turned off one movie and turned on another one, you know? Like, it's like, oh my gosh, we're living different lives. Because I'm from Wisconsin, it felt very natural to me. And honestly, I think it did for AJ too, and I think we both were surprised at how normal it felt. So the move itself has gone really well. I don't know how you could know what to expect with something like that. We could only like expect so far into how we feel, but now almost 2 months or 3 months into the move, it has felt like home, you know? I mean, for AJ especially, and that's really kind of the thing that matters since he's not from here. But for me, I have loved being back in Wisconsin. I don't regret moving to Texas at all. Like, there's definitely a reason that I moved to Texas, and I loved living in Austin for the time that I did, but I just knew it was time to move home. It has just been the biggest blessing being home. I love being close to my family, close to some of my oldest friends that I have here. I just love everything. I love the weather and our small town that we live in, and being in the country. It just has been really refreshing coming from a city like Austin and then now living back home. I just feel very at peace, which is so nice. And I think it's also just nice to not be on my own anymore. Obviously I had AJ in Texas and his family. I felt lonely in Austin, and I felt like I was doing it on my own. And I don't know, it's different having like your family surrounding you and being close to your brother and sister and family and mom and dad and all that. So no complaints really, other than we really miss our friends down in Texas. That is the hardest thing about just being across the country from people, is like, why can't we all be neighbors? Like, why can't we all be close? So we definitely had a lot of hard goodbyes in Texas, which it just sucks, you know? It's like, it sucks. That's the one thing about like, that I do almost regret about moving to Texas, is there's just so many great people that I have in places so far away. Like, it's so frustrating. It's like, ugh, it's crazy to own a house. I don't know if I just didn't really care about my apartments, or it just didn't, you know, it obviously wasn't mine, so it feels different when you're cleaning it, when you're decorating it. But having a house feels like a lot more responsibility, but it's way more fun, and we've just been loving it. To be honest, it's expensive to furnish a house, and we kind of stopped because we were like, this is getting to be too much. AJ kind of had like this like breakdown moment of like, I am sick of carrying heavy stuff into our house and loading it into my truck. So we took a pause on that. Honestly, we have everything that we need to function. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel blessed. I just feel blessed. But I don't know what else to say about it. It is actually our 2-year anniversary right now, which is really, really exciting. AJ asked me yesterday, we were on a date for our anniversary, and he asked me what my favorite stage of our relationship has been. I couldn't think of anything better than these past 3 months that we've been in Wisconsin and in our home. It's been the best time. Like the best time. I feel like we've really like been in this sweet spot, you know? Because for as stressful as the move has been, like there's so many transitions and new things happening and a lot happening all the time. Being in Wisconsin with AJ and living in our home and building our home together has been the sweetest, and I just love seeing him in this stage grow into the man that he has been becoming. He is joining the volunteer fire department, which I'm really proud of, and he's just been working really hard, and I just see him growing a lot in these past 3 months since we've been here. So yeah, this is my favorite time of us in our relationship. We were talking and we were like, we wish that we could marry each other now. I wish that I could redo our wedding, our honeymoon, all of it, because I just like, I would have cherished it more. Like I would have known him better, and like I just wish I could do it all over again. Let me know if you're married and you feel that way. I want to redo it again, like because I don't even know who those people were who got married to each other. Like it's such a weird thing. But I will say that when we moved, there was this time, it was maybe like a couple weeks in, that we were just like, we needed space from each other. We don't really get that very often. We work from home, so we're used to being with each other all the time. But I think with the move and then him being far away from his friends and normal routine, like we were just together all the time, doing things, doing stressful things, getting furniture, figuring out finances, back and forth between family things because we had more family things going on. We were really, I don't know, like readjusting to all of it. And so that was really hard. But once we got through that, I feel like church has helped. We have started going to a church here. We still need to kind of get more involved and kind of figure out all of that, but we've been going, which has been really great. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else with marriage. I mean, AJ shaved off his beard, which was honestly, it was an awful experience. I knew it would be hard, but I didn't realize how much I visually like connect, like I don't know, you don't realize how like someone, the way they look, you're like emotionally connected to. I was honestly emotionally connected to his beard and the way he looked and the way that looked. And so I genuinely cried multiple times for multiple days about his beard. He shaved it off for the fire department. He has to go through training and all that, and it was not a good time. Plus I was on my period, so that doesn't help. But it was like I hadn't known him without a beard. So I'd never seen him without one. It definitely was a rocky time. I did not adjust well, and I'm honestly still trying not to adjust to it because I just want the beard to come back. Let me know if you've had an experience like that. Anyways, other than that, marriage has been great. I started sewing in February. So that's only 6 months ago, which is wild to me. I feel like I've been sewing forever, but it's only been a half a year. Yeah, I've been loving sewing. I have been sewing clothes. I've been sewing banners. I have them all over my house now, and I've been selling them. So if you're interested in a custom banner, I'd love to sew you one. It has just brought me so much joy to sew. I can't even explain to you. I don't know. It's something, it's so, I think I also am just a person who likes to make things. Like I really love that process, whether it's a video, photos, sewing. Like I like making things. And so sewing is just very therapeutic. I love being able to wear something you sewed. Like I sewed this shirt, I sewed those curtains, I sewed pillowcases. I've just like been sewing, I've sewed so much. And I don't know, it just like, I can't get enough. It's really fun. It's fun to try new things. I'm learning a lot. I honestly feel kind of annoying when I talk about it because I don't know. I just feel like I talk about it all the time. But honestly, everyone can sew. Like I feel like if you just get yourself a sewing machine and start doing it. You can sew the same things that I'm sewing. It's not like I'm an amazing sewer. And honestly, I feel whenever I see like videos or TikTok videos of people sewing things, I'm like, I feel awful. Like, I'm like, I'm not very good. Like, there are really good people out there who can sew super well. But I think that's the thing about sewing to me, is that I don't care if I'm not the best at it. I just like that I get to do it and I get to make something. And especially if it's for someone else, like a banner or, you know, like baby clothes or whatever. Yeah, I'm excited to show more sewing content. I feel like it's hard for me to want to get the camera out when I'm sewing, because I like listening to podcasts when I sew, and I really like to finish it and do it quick, and filming it just takes time. Oh, the bangs are annoying me very much. And my hair, sorry that I keep playing with it. I feel like, Anyways, I am still 27, and so I'm still on my journey of being a woman at 27, and it has been a journey for sure. Some of the things that were my goals, or things that I included, were sewing, which has been really cool. I've been cooking more, baking more. I've actually made 2 3-tier cakes since I've been in Wisconsin. So that's been interesting. I've loved just like wearing nicer clothes. Like when I do go out, I try to dress a little bit nicer, and I've really been trying to figure out like what my style is as a woman and what I like. And one of those journeys has been the color analysis thing. I brought it up, I feel like in a video before, but for sure on my Instagram stories, where I was trying to figure out what color season I was. And I think I figured it out. So I wanna make a separate video on that, but that's been really helping me like dress and pick out what shirts to wear and clothes to wear. Yeah, I feel like overall I felt a lot more comfortable as a woman, like more comfortable in my own skin and embracing the responsibility that being a woman carries. One of those things has been hosting. I did not really like host many things in Texas really, and I think that just partly has to do with being in an apartment, and I don't know, probably also just being newly married. But it's been really fun to have people over and cook for people and host things at my house. It's just been that's been a totally new experience for me. I feel like also just housekeeping in general, now that the house is actually ours, I feel like I want to take better care of it. I've been getting in better routines with laundry, dishes, cleaning. I hate clean showers, so that's been something that I've been trying to stay on top of. I feel like I'm just like rusty with videos. It feels weird to be talking to a camera right now, even though I know I'm talking to you. It's been busy. I think that's the most annoying thing to say, but it's just been busy. So I'm really excited for the fall to come, so hopefully things maybe slow down, maybe. Even though I know they won't. Yeah, now that I think about it, I feel like I need to do almost like a separate video on each of these topics and really get in specific on things. Because honestly, like marriage, I could talk about in a whole video. Sewing, obviously I could talk about in a whole video, or womanhood, I want to talk about in a whole video. So I really would love to upload more videos and share more of life and thoughts and stuff with you guys. Let me know of these topics, which one you would like me to talk about, like more in depth. Yeah, like what's interesting to you. This has been life in Wisconsin, life being 2 years married, 2 years a wife. Thank you so much for watching this, even though it's kind of all over the place, but I will see you in the next laundry chat video. Bye, you guys.